Recently, I have come across a question which is what is wrong with the teachers who teach English language in Bihar? Or if I have to frame this question in other words, it would be that what is wrong with the teachers who teach English language to people who belong to Bihar? Welcome viewers, my name is Tanay, and in this video I will try to the best of my abilities to provide you all with an explanation to this particular question. Okay, but before I begin with my explanation, I want you all to understand a few things. So the first thing is that in Bihar, synonymous of the word phobia is English language. Okay, people of Bihar are afraid of English language, right? There are several reasons. There are some political reasons. There are, the family background plays a very important role. Okay, people of Bihar have not been explained the importance of English language. That is also, true. But doesn't matter how bad the condition or situation of English language is in Bihar, everyone, in order to improve her or his English, goes and tries to find out a teacher. And when it comes to teacher in Bihar, most of the teachers are basically trying to befool students, trying to trick students into believing that they too can learn English, because the modus operandi adopted by those teachers is completely wrong and is completely off track. So I will explain this thing in this video. So English language is not just a language, and it is not restricted up to sending and receiving information from one end to the other end. Just like any other language, English language too has its own culture. And if someone wants to teach English, it is very important that along with vocabulary, sentence structure, grammar and whatnot, the person also makes the student aware of the culture it carries. It is very important to understand the culture. Okay, you simply cannot just go to a person and speak English as if you are singing a rap song. You must understand where to take a pause. You must understand where to raise your voice and when to lower your voice. Okay. So even if a Bihari somehow manages to learn 5 or 6 lines in English language, he fails to deliver it properly because he doesn't understand the culture, right? And in most of the cases, when a person from Bihar ends up learning English, for a significant duration of time in his life, he focuses on leaving good impression on the person standing on the listening end or at the listening end. And that's the point precisely where he makes the biggest mistake. Okay, you should not be trying to impress a person with your English speaking ability. So teachers in Bihar, they do not teach culture. In best case scenario, they basically teach a student 500 to 400 different lines and then ask the student to use those lines according to the situation or the demand of the situation. Okay. Second point is writing. And in Bihar, most of the teachers are either actively or passively promoting plagiarism. Okay. Plagiarism is the worst thing that a student of English literature must be accused of. Okay. If you are a student of English literature, if you are trying to learn English, doesn't matter. See, you can be a student of political science, you can be a student of, engineering, you can be studying law. But when it comes to learning English, when you are learning English, when you are trying to write something in English, you are trying to speak something in English, and precisely then you receive an accusation that whatever you have said has been plagiarized by you, then let me tell you, you have failed the task to learn English. So understand this thing. In Bihar, what basically a student of English receives is a compendium of answers or plagiarized 500,000 lines. He or she mugs it up and then goes and vomits it when the situation warrants him or her to do so. Okay, because in Bihar, teachers do not teach students how to write something in their own language. So even if a person from Bihar ends up, learning English language, he or she in most of the cases uses English language that he has learned by plagiarizing someone else's work. Okay, that's wrong. Now, one more follow-up point in this writing point is that reading in Bihar, teachers do not help students to inculcate the habit to read. Okay, when you consume English, only then you will be able to again reproduce something in English, right? So English consumption is, not so good in Bihar, and teachers do not promote students to consume English on daily basis. Okay. Third, and the most important point is that the fee structure of these coaching institutions, especially those coaching institutions that provide coachings for spoken English abilities and whatnot, the fee structure is quite hefty. They charge you a considerable amount of money, which is again not good. Okay, the amount charged by them is not reasonable, is not even bona fide or relevant. Okay, so in the most of the English spoken classes, basically they are making money, and because they know that there is good money in this, that is why they are running these classes in which basically they are tricking students, or even if someone has received some or the other type of benefit, it is again plagiarized, or those lines have been stolen from somewhere else. Okay. Fourth, I think this is the last point, and this is the most important point. Students are not serious in Bihar. Even if a student is going to an English class, there, what exactly is he learning? He is learning how to mug up something, go to the examination hall, write something. They are not investing their own time, and they are not putting in enough effort to become even a decent student of this particular language. No, they are not doing that. Why? Because probably they kind of have this prejudice that English language is not important. Okay, in Bihar, most of the students put in effort to clear government examinations, and in India, most of the government examinations can be taken in Hindi language as well. So, and in Bihar, regional languages are quite dominant. So if you go to different districts, you will find that they are speaking completely different lingos. So for them, understanding standard English is also a task. So they for them, understanding basic Hindi, standard Hindi is a task. So basically, they first try to understand basic Hindi or standard Hindi. They take examination in Hindi language, and they leave English on the side. They don't even touch English because they understand that if they go into English, they will have to put in a lot of effort. Result, probably they do not know the benefits of the result. That is why. So, and English teachers in the end, they should make the students aware of the good or the bad side of English language. They should be making students aware of the proper ways to learn this particular language, and they are not doing this thing. They are not at all doing this thing. They only care about making money because there is good money involved in coaching business. And right now in India, basically, I'm speaking this thing. This is a national level threat. Basically, most of the coaching institutions are making money. They don't even care about the individual progress of a student. They know that there is good money involved. That is why they are providing the classes, and the classes are of no use because in the end, the student who is enrolled in the class is receiving almost nothing. So that's it. I hope I have mentioned all the points. And if you find this particular video helpful, kindly like, subscribe this channel, because the channel belongs to a very learned man who has actually helped a lot of students improve his or her basic abilities to communicate in English and their basic level of understanding as far as English language is concerned. Thank you very much. Namaskar.